Hello out there, everyone. Just another verse here out of 139th Psalm on the subject of hell and what is actually being said here. This is the 8th verse, 139th Psalm. David says, "If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there." So what is he actually saying here? David's obviously not saying that he's going to make his bed down in some fire burning cavern in the ground, but he's saying that throughout his life, he had been up, he had been down, he had been blessed, he had been running for his life from Saul. He had been, in charge of multiple. He had been in charge of multiple hundreds of men that were following him. He had been starving. He had been in wars. He had been out in the cold, sleeping in caves. And then, a few years later, he's the king of Israel. He's got plenty of food. He's got plenty of wives. He's got armies under him. He's living a blessed life. He was always kind of a man of war. But when he talks about these two parallels, being in heaven or being in hell, he's talking about the difference of being really going through a peaceful, blessed time or going through a condition of suffering. This word hell is referring to a condition of suffering and different things that had happened to him in his life this side of the grave. While he was alive, he was like, this condition that I'm in is like hell. It's terrible. I'm suffering here. And if you look over at Philippians 4, Paul kind of gives a little bit of the same testimony here in Philippians 4, starting in verse 10. He says, "But I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but you lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am in, therewith to be content." Look at this next verse, verse 12. "I know both how to be abased," hell, "and I know how to abound," heaven. "Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need." Paul was saying, through the things I have suffered in my life, I have learned these things. I've learned how to be content. Whatever situation, whatever circumstance I'm in, I'm trusting God. I'm blessed, whether I'm eating steak or I'm in the prison, is basically what he's saying. And then this is why he throws this verse in here, the 13th verse, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." People use that scripture for all sorts of different reasons, but the reason Paul said it is he was saying, these things that I've learned how to be content and blessed no matter what is happening in my life. I can do that through Christ who strengthens me. So once again, back in the 139th Psalm, if I ascend up into heaven, going through a great time in your life, or if I make my bed in hell, everything's going wrong. Got no food, got no money, losing your job, got a flat tire, you got sick. God's there. God's taking care of you. He won't leave you or forsake you. Just a reminder, this word hell is talking about a condition of suffering on this side of the grave. God bless you.